a couple of words about the film from 2010, the Expendables. The Expendables, which was translated to Polish as Indestructibles, Niezniszczalni, which makes no sense whatsoever. But okay, so of course it's not a historical movie, but we can refer to some facts, how the commandos should be working and so on. So this film is, well, it was directed by an expendable among Hollywood actors, because Sylvester Stallone is not given many movie proposals these days. So he, as the expendable, made the movie about Expendables. There are many actors involved who are also typically start in the action films, and we have a bunch of commandos and adventurers who are trying to abolish the rules of some bloody Latin American, South American small dictator, who has a real army of a couple of thousand people, at least in this camp, which is presented in the movie. So it's not totally improbable situation, but we have an improbable bunch of people. So Sylvester Stallone, who is so much American, so much Italian American, he's presented as the former SAS, a British SAS commando. There are some other, of course, there's some kick and punch Asian ridiculous character. There are also some guy for explosives. There are also some guy who is basically the motorbikeist and so on, and so on. So we have a bunch of improbable bunch of characters who are trying to get rid of this crazy dictator, and they have been. In the course of the movie, they find out that the main bad character in the movie is not really the dictator, but a former CIA agent who has made himself a ruler of this small dictator's army. So he also had the daughter of this dictator imprisoned, and one of the bunch is in love, of course, with this beautiful daughter. So they also have an additional reasons to get rid of the whole dictatorship thing. So they attack them, and what we see we can see an attempt to present all the thing as if it were some sort of continuation to Arnold Schwarzenegger's Commando movie, but we can see also huge difference, because Commando movie by starring Schwarzenegger was, as the Americans say, a clean slate. One commando against a smallish army of 70, maybe 100 people, normal soldiers, not commandos. He's acting by surprise, he's using explosives and these whole things, and he's rescuing his own daughter. So a clean slate, both morally and also it's also understandable in military terms. But the bunch in Expendables, they are not acting by surprise. They are basically murdering the soldiers who are not very. Even these bad guys are not really portrayed as bad guys. We have monstrously looking Expendables who are murdering really the people who are not really trained. They look as if they were not trained at all, and we are seeing the legions of very nice looking normal people who are of course, with the small Hispanic mustaches and so on. They look all the same. They have no personality of their own, and they are not looking as if they presented any threat to anybody, and they are murdered by these expendable monsters. This is how the film is looking, really, and I think it's not very good thing for the movie. I mean,